like, nah, bro, it's anime. Nah, son, you watching cartoons. Okay, so did I need a bigger bowl? Probably. Today has been a successful day. I fell asleep like this on a Zoom call yesterday.
Tell me who the people you mislead.
Listen, if there's a more efficient way to do something, best believe I will try it. The way that I was grocery shopping wasn't working for me, so I decided to try Instacart. Twice now, it has not worked. It is not any more efficient. These are my results. I order certain things, they replace them with items that just don't make sense. Anyways, it worked for the time being for this day, but as for me and my house, 0 out of 10 would not recommend never doing this again.
Like, a lot of times, I know I anger people when they start talking about them Asian cartoons, and I call them cartoons. They be like, nah, bro, it's anime. It's like, nah, son, you watching cartoons. You wanna piss off some young people, man, and they start talking about their little cartoons and all of that, you call them cartoons.
Hello. Welcome back to another vlog. It is Tuesday. My plants want to say hi. Yo, I have this lip balm. I'm not sure why it gives me this sort of weird sheen on my lips that make me look like my lips are ashy, but they're not. I shot a whole video and I seen that and it really bothered me, but I'm not reshooting because it was the second time I reshot that video. It's gonna have to do, y'all. Excuse my lips, they're not ashy. Anyways, it is lunchtime at the 95, or breakfast time for me at least. So I am going to make my breakfast. I didn't record yesterday. I'm so sorry, y'all. I killed this plant. Yeah, let's just ignore that that plant is dead, okay? It was my first fully dead plant. Actually, that's a lie. I've killed my mother aloe before because I left her out in the snow one time. I didn't realize it was going to snow, or I forgot, and I left her out on my patio, and then it snowed and then she was dead. But this one, I think it's just, let me not make excuses, but I think it might have to do with the soil, and because that's a pretty good spot for lighting because there's a window directly in front of me. That's why I usually shoot from here, because the lighting is good. Anyways, yesterday I didn't record because I had a lot of meetings yesterday. I was literally just sitting down for most of yesterday in back-to-back meetings, but I did meal prep, so I recording some clips of that, which you probably saw in the montage to begin with, so I didn't get much recording done, but I was able to do that. Today I also have quite a few things to do, as per usual. When do I not? But I'll do my best to take you along with me. Let me get my breakfast started because I have a meeting right at 12:30. Okay, so did I need a bigger bowl? Probably, but you know, it is what it is. It fits, it's just full of goodness. Might not look the greatest, but this baby is packed with protein and all the energy I need to get me through the rest of my day. Hey Google, did I have a reminder at 3:30?
I couldn't verify your voice, so I can't retrieve any reminders.
Okay, sometimes our Google be tripping, but what I was trying to show you all is that I have reminders set throughout my day I'm in front of a computer multiple hours during the day, so I have reminders on my phone and connected to my Google to remind me of certain things. What I was trying to show y'all, and hopefully I'll catch it tomorrow. I'm not always recording in the moment when I get those reminders. Kind of have to plan for it, to be honest, to get them on camera. And that's good because it's doing its job. I have a voice reminder at 8 a.m. so she'll tell me what time it is and what I have coming up, or she'll tell me what time it is and then give me a reminder. So at 8 a.m. it's just kind of like signifying the end of my morning routine and then starting into like my actual work day. And so the reminder will be like, oh, it's 8 a.m. this is what you have coming up today. This is what you have scheduled today. Make yourself a coffee and don't forget to take your vitamins. I have another one at noon to remind me to pause and actually eat my breakfast, send up a prayer, and then one for 2 or 2:30, and then another one for 3 or 3:30. So the 2 or 2:31 is to remind me to drink more water if I haven't already, or like just take that moment to pause and take a sip of water. And then at 3 or 3:30 is when I prompt myself to stop and stretch and take a break. And initially I had that set up because at around 3-ish is when I would have my lunch, but I recently just switched it to have lunch later on at 4 p.m. because I was finding that I don't end up eating breakfast until a little bit later sometimes, like beyond noon, and then I'm not really that hungry, or I just get really full at lunchtime, so I pushed it back an hour just to kind of spread things out. And then I've also been testing out whether or not working out at nighttime works for me. I used to tell myself this story about like I don't like working out at nighttime, but I'm challenging myself to do so. Yesterday I was able to work out in the evening, and then today I'm gonna try that out again. And so I said all that to say I've also pushed my dinner time to eating at 7:30 or 8 p.m. on the dot, and I'm working out at around 7 or 7:30 depending on what my work day looks like. So yeah, those are the pieces and what I was trying to film in the moment. I'm gonna get back to work now. I'm going to be co-facilitating an event that's coming up. So yeah, that's pretty much the rest of my day that I want to share on camera for now. I'll probably catch y'all around dinner time. I took the top part of my head wrap off. My work day and my 9 to 5 is over. I'm gonna take some time to edit a video that I recorded today. And as much as I don't like to do that, this was the second time recording the video. First time I recorded it last week, it would not transfer to my computer to start editing. So I had to delete that, re-record it, and then I'm gonna get some editing done. I am committed to at least starting it. There's one other thing that I want to do, but I think I'm going to move that to tomorrow morning as part of, I block some time off to write every morning. And so because it's a written piece, I'll chalk that up to my writing in the morning. And so I'm going to commit to editing until at least 7:30. It's actually 6:45 at this moment. It's only 45 minutes. I'll do the best I can and then start my nighttime routine. This week I'm really focusing on making sure that I'm actually starting my nighttime routine as I scheduled. I feel a pimple coming on. You don't see that? Anyways, I'm committed to starting my nighttime routine when I schedule it with it, which is around 8 p.m. So I don't think I'll be having dinner. I'm actually quite full from my lunch that I had at 4 p.m. And maybe if I'm done my nighttime routine a little bit earlier, just before bedtime, I'll get some more editing done. But otherwise, I want to make sure that I'm being intentional about actually following through my nighttime routine, because I feel like that flows better for my mornings. It helps me ease better into my mornings, even though my mornings are pretty decent right now. But some days I feel like I need to rush through my routine some days just so that I'm ready to go at 8. And so, even though 2 hours is technically a lot of time, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get some editing done. I just want to show it is so rewarding to have those little red check marks to see the things that I've completed. But yes, today has been a successful day, if I do say so myself.
The time is 8 a.m. There's one entry for today. At 9 a.m., you have base. It's time to start your workday. Make yourself a coffee, take your vitamins, and have a great day.
Happy Thursday, you all. This week has just flown past me. I haven't recorded much, but I don't want to share the same things in terms of what my work looks like, because it's fairly similar every day. I'm on the computer for 10 to 12 hours, but the focus of this vlog at least this week's vlog was really to show you some of the systems that I have in place throughout the day to prioritize my wellness, so that it's not just saying that I prioritize my wellness on a daily basis, but actually showing you all what that looks like. And so I'm doing my best to try to capture when I get my notifications to like take a break, to stand up, to stretch, and do all of that good stuff. But sometimes I'm just so ingrained in the middle of my day that I'm not always thinking about when to hit record. So sometimes I will have to talk through some of the pieces, but I will do my best to kind of share when that happens. So I was able to capture this morning when my 8 a.m. alarm came on. And then I was in a meeting when the 10 a.m. one reminded me to pause and stretch. However, we did take an actual break in the meeting to do that, but of course, I wasn't recording at that time. The other thing I wanted to share is that it is now just after 11. I have a break so we're having a really long training session today at my work, and this is actually not so much of a draining one as previous trainings that we've had around equity, diversity, and inclusion. I was sharing that to say that I'm taking an earlier break today. I'm gonna have breakfast now as opposed to at noon, because I'll be back in the middle of the session again around noon. I also actually wanted to show you all, although it's Thursday now and my meal prep is pretty much almost done, but I will show you all some of the food that's still left over. So I think I'm going to do, my next video will be a meal prep video for sure, where I show you all what I do for my meal prepping. I miss my cleaning my fridge this week, so I gotta clean my fridge. But this is what's left of my prepped meals for the week. And so this is my breakfast that I have. When did I make this? I think I made it on Sunday or Monday. I made a pot of oatmeal, so I had like 4 of these throughout the week. And then for lunch, I have a Chipotle bowl. I've run out of lettuce for the week, so I bought more lettuce that I'm gonna wash to top off my Chipotle bowl. I have my avocados down there, plantain that I definitely need to eat real soon. And then in the back there, some split pea soup that I'll usually have with some grilled cheese, but I've been finding that usually when I have the Chipotle bowl, I'm really full, so I don't end up eating that. So for 2 days this week so far, I've only had 2 meals because I've been really full. Yeah, that's actually one of my systems that really supports me. And if I don't do this, then I definitely notice a difference in my week, and so it would behoove me to continue doing this. This is some sea moss gel that I put in my oatmeal every day or when I have smoothies. So my usual go-to breakfast are either oatmeal or a smoothie. So yeah, just wanted to share with you all what my fridge usually looks like throughout the week. On the good weeks that I actually follow my systems. This is what the door of my fridge looks like. Not that it's anything to write home about at this point, but I will record an actual step-by-step process of my meal prepping, when I go to the grocery store, when I wash my vegetables, when I put them all together, when I actually meal prep for the week. That'll definitely be my next video. So I'm officially done working my 9 to 5 I was gonna say for the week, but I do have to clock in for about an hour and a half tomorrow for an event, but I'm done for the day. I usually like to take at least a half hour to an hour to sort of decompress before I go into working on my business or my personal life or my home life, or doing something creative. The way that I structure each of my days, y'all, I have a kink in my neck. I literally fell asleep like this on a Zoom call yesterday. So you know you are tired when. That's actually what happened, I think, on Tuesday as well. I wasn't in a Zoom call, but I was so tired. I went to lay down and take my break after my 9 to 5, and I just fell asleep and didn't wake up until the next morning. I just wasn't in a space to record content yesterday. That's why there's no Wednesday content. Yeah, I have a kink in my neck, so if I'm looking weird and not at the camera, or just like, you know, stiff-necked, it's because my neck hurts. But what was I saying? So the way that I structure my day essentially is I make sure that I'm doing one thing each day for a different aspect of my life. So of course I work the 9 to 5. It pays the bills. It teaches me things that I can use and implement into my business. So 4 out of 5 days of the working week, I'm working in my 9 to 5. So that's one aspect of my life. I'm working on my personal life, which is on a daily basis: my morning routine, my self-care routine, my nighttime routine. My business, I do at least one thing for my business every single day, whether it be writing down some ideas that I have to implement in my business, creating content so there's more visibility for my business or the work that I do or the type of people that I'm trying to attract in my business, or things to like share with my newsletter tribe, or it is more like on a professional development side, things that I'm learning, and that's usually what I reserve for my CEO day, but I also do it throughout the week as well. And then my spiritual life, which is part of my personal, to be honest. And again, it's something that I work on every single day. It's part of my morning routine and my nighttime routine. But the main point in what I'm trying to highlight in this vlog is that there's a separation between each aspect of my life and how I approach them on a daily basis. And I take breaks in between, regular breaks in between. So the system that I was trying to share with you, and I'm not always recording in the moment, so when it happens, but is my reminders that are programmed into Google Home. So it's those reminders to actually pause and take a break. And then the not so programmed reminders are like when I'm done my 9 to 5 work and actually stepping away from screens, maybe just laying down to take a nap. And some days that nap turns into you're just gonna go to bed because you're tired. And I honor that because one, I have no choice. I actually don't wake up until the next morning, but also the goal is not to be stressed out by my business. There's so many ways to walk in your purpose. There's so many ways to do things that if one way is not working, just figure out what way works and then stick to that. But most of life is really just finding what works as long as it's aligned to your purpose and it makes sense with who you are and whose you are. As I like to say, I can't promise that I'll have anything else recorded for today, but I really wanted to share those pieces, these systems that I have in place to remind me to take breaks and how it supports me, my meal prepping system that I shared with you earlier, which, like I said, I'm going to do a full video on that. This happens to be the end of this vlog. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I hope that, again, my goal is for this to be of actual value to you and for you to take what is necessary, what you need, and apply it to your life if it works for your daily life, or take it as use it as a template or an example to create something that works better for your lifestyle. Yeah. I hope that this supported you as per usual. And of course, if you just want to be a part of the tribe, all you got to do is subscribe. My water is over there, but make sure that you are staying hydrated, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Peace and love.